About 35 minutes after the hour here on the Vic McCarty Show with Mickey DeRocher. Let me say some nice things about our good friends at Premier Roofing. Spring is here, but is your house ready? If your roof, siding, or windows need attention, now's the time to call my friends at Premier Roofing and Exteriors. For over 20 years, they provided top-quality craftsmanship backed with a lifetime workmanship warranty. Whether it's storm damage or a full exterior upgrade, they've got you covered. And there's easy financing options, too. Start your project today at exteriorsbypremier.com. Premier Roofing and Exteriors, the sure thing for your home. Fly like an eagle, indeed. Or set up a camera so the rest of us can enjoy a bald eagle cam in a nest on your property. And that's the situation with our next guest, Lake and Dana McGuire, on the telephone with us. Good morning to you two.
Good morning.
Good
How are
morning.
you?
And I guess you also have your son North with you as well.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going today, North?
Good.
All right, we're going to get to you here in a second, but we're talking about the Great Lakes Eagle Cam. Lake and Dana, this is a bald eagle nest on your property, correct?
That's correct.
All right, so when did you notice that the nest was there and what was going on?
Well, we purchased the property in April of 21, and we had decided to make it our vacation home. And when I was meeting with our contractor, he noticed that there was a bald eagle nest on the property right outside the windows. And so it just happened that way. We had no idea that it was there. And once we saw it, we started noticing the bald eagles flying back and forth in front of our windows. So,
yeah. So now, I don't know, do we lose them?
No, I think he's there.
No, I'm here.
Oh, you're still here.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you find the nest, and then you decide, when did you decide that, well, we really need to put a live cam up there?
Well, it was a couple of years that we had been watching them, and we really wanted to share what we were seeing out of our own windows with the rest of the world. We know that there's a bald eagle cam that's pretty famous across the country called Friends of Big Bear Valley.
Yes, right.
And they have some fantastic cam operators, and we thought, what better way to share our Michigan experience with the world than to put up some cameras right here for everyone else to see, because we think we've got as good at cameras and as good as operators as that cam, and it's just been a fantastic experience for our family, and certainly appreciate all the viewers and the followers, especially our mods Nina and Lynn Steele and Lady Deagle, helping us out, because we are by no means bird aficionados or eagle aficionados.
Yeah.
We are learning just like the rest of us.
All right, now, we caught you. You're at your home in California, correct?
That's correct. We live in what's called North County, San Diego, in a little town called Cardiff by the Sea, California.
Yep, very familiar. All right, so but you have folks here. Don't you have three folks here who are doing a lot of the updating and keeping the YouTube page up? By the way, you can find it on YouTube, Great Lakes Bald Eagle Cam. But you have folks, so talk about the help you're getting from a few folks.
Well, to be very clear, I was very anti-social media for the longest time.
Yeah.
And so we put this channel together on YouTube, and we've had to learn so much. And it was so fortunate that some of the first couple of viewers that we found that were watching us were Lady Deagle, Lynn Steele, and Nina. And we asked them to help us out, and they had been following Eagle cams for a number of years, and they just seemed very knowledgeable, and they are such a blessing to the channel because they have so much knowledge, and they've put log books together and keep track of the comings and goings of Harry and Harriet and the number of fish and the number of ducks, and they just keep us going, and it's it's been fantastic to
Okay.
help us.
So we're looking at the live feed right now on your YouTube channel, Great Lakes
Yeah.
Bald Eagle Cam. Is this Harriet I'm looking at? Because there's
This is, it's so hard for me to even tell them apart, but I believe that is Harriet.
okay.
Well, can I interrupt? Because, Vic, I have a camera up, and it looks like a different view. Do you have different cameras, Lake, that go from different sites?
We do. We
Yeah.
do. It's the same site. They're all within about 75 feet of the nest, and the cameras are that close. And so we have two cameras.
So
live
look at
feed.
this one, Vic, in my screen. Can you see that? This
Oh,
is
yeah,
like a
yeah,
back
yeah.
view of somebody else.
Yeah.
Oh,
One points down.
that's the other one.
Yeah,
right?
One points down towards Traverse City, towards the south, and the other one points looking down into the nest. And so the cameras can move around, pan, tilt, zoom, and those are all, we can control them from our phones here in California, and then our fantastic moderators are also our camera drivers too, and so they're spread across the country and just volunteer to help everyone experience everything we're seeing right from the living room.
Yeah. Now, I'm interested from a technical standpoint, where did you mount the cameras?
They're on trees.
Okay. And then how high up is the nest?
So the nest is about 200. We estimate it's about 200 feet up from the water.
Oh, okay.
So most of the locals that are listening to the station probably know where this nest is, and we try to keep it. We don't want to announce our address, but
Right.
but most people kind of know where this is at. It's right in between Sutton's Bay and Traverse City on M22. And you can occasionally drive by and see the eagles perched down by the roadside and up on the nest. But they're about 200 feet up.
A texter has asked a question: how would you get a camera up there without getting your eyes gouged out? How dangerous was it to install the cameras?
You know what? I definitely want to give a shout out to our friend Dave Scott, who owns Sunset Tree Service. Randomly, he and I met. He helped us out with some trees that were down across the driveway. And as it turns out, he actually lived in the house that we purchased when he was younger. And he and his family love watching the bald eagles. And so he has a tree service company, and he and his crew have been out there a handful of times and donated their time to the channel for everyone watching. And so there's videos on our channel that you can watch of he and his guys mounting the cameras up there.
Nice.
Now we can't do it. We had to do it in the late fall time frame because we can't disturb the eagles and their nesting experience. And so once the eagles fledged, we were able to get up into the tree. They were able to get up in the trees, and we were able to run the cables up and bury the cables, and a lot of technical challenges that most people don't see, but it was quite the effort.
All right. So now within the last 2 weeks, you've had a couple of hatchlings there with the birds, right?
That's right. That's right. They're about 11 and 12 days old. And you can see the timers right there up on the left side of the screen on camera one.
Now, so it doesn't look like the camera I'm looking at. You can see the baby birds. Are they out of the nest? Can they get out at this point? What's their status?
No, they're very tiny, very small. If you go back to the camera one feed, you'll see Harriet sitting on the nest.
Yes. Okay.
And they're underneath her right now because they can't quite thermoregulate yet. They're just still pretty young, but they are moving around the nest. Harry and Harriet have built the rails, they call them rails apparently, that go around the nest, kind of like a crib.
Yeah.
And they wander about, and it's fun to watch. They just got out of what we call the nest bowl. So they kind of what she's sitting on right now, it's like a bowl within the nest, and that's where they incubate the eggs. She's looking down at them right now. And so, yeah, they wander about. Today's a little bit chilly for them, but yesterday when it was, in the low 60s, they were out kind of sunbathing and trying to thermoregulate.
No kidding. God, that's awesome. All right. So now you've named the two new ones, and North, I think, is ready to tell us what their names are.
The names are Stormy and Mitten.
Wait, Thorny?
Stormy.
Stormy. And Mitten?
Yes,
All right, who picked the names?
our whole family.
Oh, very nice. Stormy and Mitten.
And did you have people submit ideas,
Yeah.
North, and then you chose from those submissions?
Yes.
Nice.
We almost had 100 suggestions.
No kidding. Wow, you got a great response from this. How cool is this at your age to be able to watch this happening in your own backyard?
Very cool.
Yeah.
And you
yeah.
watch it in your classroom, North, with your classmates?
Yes, but we mostly watched The Big Bear.
Oh, you do. Okay.
Wait, the bear?
The Big Bear nest instead of the
Oh,
one in front of your house?
Yeah.
Did,
A little closer to home.
right. Yes, it is. Yes.
Gotcha.
All right. Very nice. So, now, will you just continue with the Eagle Cam? You're just going to keep doing this for how long?
Yeah. So
I don't know.
Yeah, look, we really appreciate the community that we've kind of built up here,
Yeah.
and all of the folks that watch the cameras and have contributed to kind of keeping this thing going. It's, as you know, Traverse City is a wonderful place to be, and for us to be able to share the experience with those that can't get to Traverse City, that are Eagle aficionados, that just kind of enjoy nature and taking a peek into the window of the life of these eagles. We sincerely appreciate it, and all of the folks that have helped us get this far. We'll continue to do this for the foreseeable future. We don't have any reason to do anything different than just continue sharing this.
Lake, Dana, and North McGuire on the phone with us this morning. Hey, nice going there, North. Good job today.
Thank you.
Do we have time, Vic, to look at a couple of questions? There's quite a few questions on the text line. I'm not sure if you'd like to pass those along.
Let's see. Ask your guests if those high winds affect the nest. Hate to see it blown off the perch. Good question.
So it's a really good question, and you know, our property is on 58 acres here, and we certainly have seen some wind damage over the years. We have a couple projects that we'd like to do after these eagles fledge, and so later in the fall, we'd like to have Sunset Tree Service come and help us out and try to stabilize this particular nest tree, because if you look from camera 2, this nest is certainly very large, and
Yeah.
the tree is in a white pine tree, and it's a little bit angled. We were a little concerned with the ice storm that kind of
Yeah.
ravaged northern Michigan.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we got spared, but if you can imagine all that ice piling up on that nest, we'd be devastated if something happened. And so I think we're going to try to stabilize that tree with some braces, and certainly using Sunset Tree Service to help us out there, I think will be one of the priorities to help manage for high winds, as your viewer asked, and also potential ice in the future.
All right, taking questions off the text line in order. Did you feel the earthquake in San Diego yesterday?
We did. My wife was home, and I was at the office, and we got a text alert on our watches, and it was within 3 seconds that was felt. Yes. Everyone
No kidding.
was good. No damage. Yeah.
Very nice. All right. Are you making revenue off the YouTube channel?
We are finally generating a little bit of revenue.
Okay, good.
Nobody's buying any Maseratis, so
Right.
this is
But
pretty-
still, in
pretty
all,
much
to
enough
keep it.
the internet
Yeah.
service going,
Yeah.
and the cameras, and as you can tell, it takes a village here to kind of keep these things going.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch involved in doing something other than just sticking up a camera. So, yeah. Let's see. Thank you so much for having this interview. You are more than welcome. Vic, inquire about the size of the nest.
You know, we estimate it's between 6 and 7 feet. If you go back and watch some of the some of the older videos that we posted in the beginning, you can kind of see an overview of the camera area and location. Over the past 6 months, I think it's safe to say this nest has gotten substantially bigger.
Wow, 6 to 7 feet. I wouldn't have guessed it was that big.
And they keep adding to it. Is that what
That's
you're saying?
right.
Wow.
Yeah, they keep adding to it.
Yeah, it's so funny what you mentioned about the rails, because we got little kids walking around here. We're up pretty high.
Yeah.
Trying to take care of business.
That's right. Somebody asked, what are the hatchlings eating?
So they eat everything that Mom and Dad, Harry and Harriet, bring in. So this morning, Harry brought in several fish. They also eat ducks. We've seen ducks. We've seen squirrels. We've seen rabbits.
Whoa.
Wow.
They'll eat pretty much everything that they bring back to the nest. That brings up a good point. One of the things that we're learning about after having this camera, and we visited Skegamog Raptor Center, who rehabilitates these birds, and then got in touch also with North Sky Raptor Center too, and just bringing awareness that these birds will eat roadkill on the side of the road, and that can be dangerous because a lot of these birds will end up getting hit by cars. Mm-hmm. And the other thing that we're learning about is lead poisoning from fish and lead being in the water from fishing lines and things like that. So a lot of these birds suffer from lead poisoning. So again, this is all new to us, but just keep your eyes out when you're on the road. Try to slow down. If you see some roadkill, there might be an eagle sitting there eating on it.
Lake, Dana, and North, thank you so much for your time. This was very interesting, and we'll have to keep tabs on you. We'll touch base again middle of summer, see how things are going.
We certainly appreciate the interview. Thanks for your time.
All right, you bet.
Thank you.
That is the Great Lakes Bald Eagle Cam, and they have their own channel, Great Lakes Bald Eagle Cam. You can go on YouTube. I've got it here on my YouTube Premium channel. All right, it's the Vic McCarty Show with Mickey DeRocher. Stay with us.